Closet space. The closet space. A girl needs her closet space. Like, oh, the kitchen has a lot of cupboard space. Yada yada yada. So I just put my clothes in a kitchen cupboard. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I have been lagging behind with some of my videos, but please forgive me. I just have a lot going on, and you know, in my previous video I mentioned that, you know, I got a job and so forth, and while I haven't started as yet, I am just, you know, trying to get everything sorted out, putting a lot of things into place, and just trying to figure out life. So yeah, that's why I have been missing, you know. Yeah, anyway, I just want to thank you guys for continuing to stick around, and I have a few videos in the pipeline to come out, so I just hope that you stick around to continue watching. All right, so just thanks for the support overall, and just thanks for bearing with me. Now, just a few things I want to speak about today. So you guys have been on the journey with me from the moment I came to Canada, and I spoke to you guys about, you know, how I came to Canada and what my challenges were, and you know, with my job situation, you know, trying, you know, applying for jobs here and there, and just getting a bunch of no's, and just, you know, feeling sad and depressed about the whole thing. And you know, you guys can go back and watch those videos. So yeah, and then I remember even saying in the video that I hope you guys will be sticking around to see that I'm victorious, you know, one day. And that moment came, and you guys are still here with me, so thank you guys. And so for anyone who is coming to Canada or who is in Canada already and they're facing some struggles or, you know, trying times, I just want you to know from experience that it will get better, and just to hang in there. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's pace is different. So you just have to do you. And if you are a faith believing person or you believe in God, then it's even more worth it. So yeah, just hang in there. So yeah, got the job and so forth. So now I'm actually apartment hunting or basement hunting, or however you call it, house hunting. All right, and I just want to share my experience with that. So searching for housing in Canada can be so difficult, and how do you say, challenging for a newcomer, especially because when you're a newcomer, you don't have any credit history, you don't you may or may not have a guarantor, you possibly don't have a job as yet, and even you don't have a job, so you don't really, you have no credibility, so to speak, in Canada. And that's my situation basically. So here I am trying to look for an apartment, and some of the places that I have searched for was Kijiji.ca and also Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is a really good place to search for anything that you want, whether it's housing, whether it's anything that you want to buy maybe for your house, because persons use that platform to sell their stuff, and for a good price. And most times the things are in very good condition, so you can check those places if you're interested. One of the things, when you go to Facebook Marketplace or anywhere, Kijiji, or I think there are many other places that you can find housing, they will tend to ask you for like a job letter and your credit history and first and last month's rent. What else? Maybe like a character reference. Yeah, those are the things that I can remember right now. And they will also probably tell you to tell them a little bit about yourself. So what I have found is that even sometimes when you don't necessarily have those things, persons will will take a chance on you. It depends. Because I remember I reached out to somebody on Facebook Marketplace, and I told them that, you know, I'm a newcomer, I don't have any credit history, but I am a good tenant, you know, based on past experiences, based on, you know, me living somewhere for a certain amount of time. And I told them that I could, you know, provide a reference if needs be, and also a guarantor, because I had somebody who would stand a guarantor for me in the event they don't find me trustworthy, or in the event they don't think that I may be a good tenant or pay my rent on time, then that person would fill in the gap. So that's also something that is good to have, having a guarantor who, you know, can stand in the gap for you, especially when you're a newcomer. Let's see. Yeah, so the person proceeded to, you know, give me information which told me that, okay, they were okay with, you know, allowing me to come and see the place. Because sometimes, you know, even though they ask for all these things, don't you know, think about, oh, they're not gonna give it to me because I don't have these things. No, you just go in faith. And sometimes when they see you, they're like, okay, I get a good feeling about this person, so I feel comfortable renting this person. Now, another thing that you will find with housing, it depends on what you want. So you will find shared apartments or shared basements, or bachelor apartments. So those are like studios or 1-bedroom apartments. And of course, for me, I'm just looking for a 1-bedroom apartment, or a most likely a basement, because that is what I can afford right now. And when I look at the, yeah, so I was saying, you want to see, you have to know what it is that you want, shared or you want to live alone. For me, I want to live by myself. When you live in a shared space, most times the houses are they come furnished, and so that can be a plus and that can be a minus. Plus in the sense that you don't have to buy up all these furniture and all these things. Minus in that you probably want to start owning some things for yourself. But if you're just coming and you don't want to do all this stuff, then that works perfectly for you. For me, I was looking for like non-furnished home and something just for me, right? Something for me. And yeah, so most of the shared places, sometimes they will tell you it's shared, sometimes they won't tell you. And so I think I have probably pushed a lot of interest, and then when I speak to them, they're like, oh, it's shared, and I'm like, why didn't you say that? I could have spent time elsewhere. But anyway, so with regards to the cost, now it can be, well, Canada is expensive on a whole. One, you don't even compare prices with here and where you live. Don't even do it, because when you think about it, you're just gonna tear to hear like, oh my gosh, I'm paying so much for rent, right? So anyway, rent is expensive, but it depends on also where you live. So the farther you are out of the city, the better it is for you with regards to rent. You get a bigger space, you see value for your money basically when you're out of the city. So I am pretty much like maybe about an hour away from work at the moment, and I could move further, yes, and it may happen sometime in the future, but for now I like the area that I'm staying in, and I will, you know, just try to find housing within this area. I'll just do what I have to do until stuff gets better. So one of my experiences was I saw this housing online, and or this basement for rent, and I reached out to the person, and she told me that I could come and look at it the next day. So she was just so polite online, like, you know, she was just responding on time, and, you know, I was like, wow, this is the first person who responded to me so quickly. So I decided that, okay, I'm going to look at this place. When I went to look at the place, I found out that, oh wow, it's shared, and she didn't say that on the website. So I said, okay, I'm here already, so let me just take a look at it. But just when I approached her, she was so impolite. Like, I can't recall seeing somebody so impolite in such a long time. She was so impolite, and I'm like, is this like, does she really want to live with someone? Because she has that I don't know, it was just so uncouth. It was just so, I'm like, I don't want to live with this person. And if she's like this, she'll never get the place rented. So it's a 2-bedroom basement, and it was already furnished with her stuff. So there again, we would have an issue, because basically then I'm just renting the room, right? Because everything else is shared, and she has her own, you know, in the living room she has her own stuff, and in the kitchen, whatever. So for me, if I want to go into the living room, I'll be sitting on her couch, watching her TV, you know, that kind of thing. My room is not big enough to have all that stuff. So it wouldn't even make sense to stay there. Even if she was a very nice person or polite or whatever, I couldn't have, you know, stayed there. So you will find situations like those, what you like, what you don't like, whatever. And then there was another situation where I saw a place. Somebody sent me a listing to this place, and man, the kitchen was beautiful, like newly renovated, and it was just nice on the pictures. And then I reached out to the person, asked me if this is still available, and I didn't get back a response right away. But then just looking, I kept wondering, where are the rest of the pictures? I just saw like a kitchen and a bathroom, which was very nice as well, and just a long room. So I'm like, is this the room? It had no doors. The room had no door. And so it's just the kitchen and the room, right? But it was so long, so it had no width. And listen, the closet space, the closet space. Listen, the closet space was, it took me by surprise, because I'm like, how on earth are people building these places with such a tiny closet space? I'm not even exaggerate. I saw this thing little, right? Like this. And I'm like, this doesn't even make no sense. It's really nice, you know. And I'm like, the price that you're asking for it, and you don't have, you know. But the thing about it is that the price includes, like, one of the good things about most of the places that are renting, the price includes like hydro, water, heat, right? And most oftentimes you have your own washing machine within your space, so you don't have to encounter with anybody upstairs. You have your own entrance, and it's just you, basically. You just know that somebody's upstairs. So yeah, but the closet space, I mean, if I go work, listen, a girl needs her closet space. I need my closet space. I'm very big on closet space. Like, I love big closet. I love spacious closet. I don't like my clothes. I'm squinch up. It couldn't work. So he eventually reached out to me, and I said to him, he asked me, you know, if I'm still interested, and he wanted me to come look at the place. So he was very particular in persons who he was renting to, and I guess based on the information I wrote about myself, that, you know, intrigued him to call me. And I was asking him, I said, so what is that, the only closet space? And the room, there's no width, there's no, where am I gonna put certain stuff? Like, you have a storage closet, I can't put my suitcase. Like, you have anything other than just this long room with the kitchen and bathroom? He's like, no, that's it. I'm saying, that can't work. He's like, oh, the kitchen has a lot of cupboard space, yada. So I did for put my clothes in a kitchen cupboard. Me not have so much pot and pan for putting in a cupboard. As a matter of fact, I don't even have no pot and pan. I don't have nothing right now. So the kitchen cupboard, you spend all this time putting a lot of things in the kitchen cupboard, but nothing, no width in the room, no. So anyway, I just tell him, say, me can't go take it because it not really suit my interest right now. So that was that. So those are the things that you're faced with. What you see something that's always beautiful, but then there's a con to it, and you know, there may be, you know, you have to, I've understood now that you have to basically give up something. What am I willing to give up just to sacrifice staying at this place for a moment, you know? And so I went to look at another place, and that is something that would more, out of all the ones that I've looked at, that's the one that, you know, would capture me some more. And it has some a better closet space, and you know, it's very much better in terms of something that I'm looking for. there's some stuff that I would want more, but the reality is the more you want, or you more you want, the more you have to pay. So you will see stuff that you like but you can't afford it, and so what you're gonna do, you're just gonna settle until bigger and better things come. You walk small and then you can take bigger steps. So that's where I'm at now, but that's the one that best suits me at the moment. I guess you will know further down the line if I got that place, yes or no, but for now that's where it's at with regards to housing. So when you're looking for housing, I just want to say that you can't really be too particular, because it's not your house, right? When you start to yourself and get settled, you can buy a house, or if you have more money, you can rent a bigger place. You can do what's best for you. But for now, you can't be too picky, and I can be very picky with regards to space. I love space, so that can be a challenge for me. But sometimes you just have to settle for something, especially when it comes down to you're weighing the cost and what you're getting for the cost. So yeah, so just take that into consideration. I'm taking those into consideration and just giving up something to get something more stuff. So I guess what you call it, opportunity cost, something like that. So anyway, that's that on my housing situation. And so yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And if you have any, how do you say, advice as well, please send them my way. And thanks again guys for I received so many persons who congratulated me on getting my job, and I'm just so excited to start. And so yeah guys, thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. What kind of magic